What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. Got another project. You know I like doing these projects. So the kids had this old Disney Tinkerbell guitar, and it was fine. It worked great. It had strings. The bridge was working. Everything was okay. But it's a little 6-string acoustic, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? I would love to turn this into a little mini bass, and I thought that might be pretty cool. So I pulled off the bridge, as you can see right here, and what I did is I took out a file and I put in 4 grooves on top so I can hold in place 4 strings, so it would be a 4-string bass. I was going to put in new tuners, but these seem to work pretty good, and I'm just going to not need 2 of them, so I'll just use 4 of the 6, no problem. This right here, as you can see, the lines, there's 6 on the bottom to hold the strings, so I just took it off, flipped it upside down, took out my file, and put in 4 grooves. So that's what I did so far. What I have to do now is sand it down. I need to sand it so I can repaint it, and I want it to just be a really cool bass. So I got some Ernie Ball strings, and what I did is I drilled 2 holes here, and I'm going to keep the original holes on the end. So 2 there, and then 2 new ones in between all the 6, and that's going to work out pretty good. It did have a little chip right here, but I colored it in, made it so it's going to be pretty much invisible. I don't know. I think this might be just a cool little fun tinker around bass. And I might not even sand the back and all that. It's not in perfect condition, but I mean, a lot of that's just dirt. I mean, it's probably got a few little scratches if I look for them. When you clean it up, it actually looks pretty good. But I want to sand that down. And I'm thinking about sanding the top, Disney with a little pink purple. But I definitely am going to sand this down. So that's what comes next. And I will show you what it looks like. I'll sand it down. Hold on. All right, so I sanded off all the clear for the pieces that I'm going to need. And I was thinking about sanding it down, getting a rougher sandpaper and sanding it down to the wood. But it's not going to matter because I'm going to go right over it. And I think I'm going to go over it with black. So I really don't need to worry about that much. And I was going to take off the tuners, but these are all black up here, so it's really not going to matter if I just spray black on top of there. All in all, I think it's ready. I think it's prepped enough to where I can do a little spray balm on it. I just have to see if I have some left. If not, I have to go buy paint. All right, that's what I'm going to use to try and make some magic happen here. All right, so once the black is dry, and you can see it matches really well with the rest of the black. But once that's dry, I can start taping out some kind of pattern that I want to do on this thing to make it stand out. So while the black is drying, I'll show you another one I'm working on. This was a metal string guitar, not a ukulele. It didn't have plastic strings. This was, when you get 2 daughters, you end up with a couple goofy little guitars. But this was an actual metal string guitar, and I think what I want to do with this one is keep it 6-string and just paint it and restring it. So this is going to be a project for another day, but I have to do this whole thing. I'm not a purple pink fan, so I'm going to do something with this one. I just don't know what I'm going to do, but at least it already has... The bridges are good, things like that. It's set up for 6 strings, so I'm going to make that happen. Gonna make it work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, so it's all taped up. Now I'm gonna lay down some of that copper color. That stuff got some crazy metal flake going on. That's nice. Just laid down the tape for the white, but I noticed it wasn't fully dry because I moved it with my finger, so I probably screwed up this color, which means I might have to let it dry a little longer and do it again, but I'll soon find out. All right, so looking at it, you think, wow, that's pretty nice. Too early. So that was a little too early, but I don't even know what happened here. I put the white in there, and then when I pulled the tape, there was no more white. So something got screwed up there, but is what it is. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and do like a white overspray and let this stay solid and the rest just be overspray. So we'll soon find out how that looks. All right, so I did this white speckle overspray, right? And it covers some of the botchy parts. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna give this kind of cool, rustic, old, used look. So all I have to do now is do some clear glitter. All right, so what I did is I just sprayed a layer. It's kind of hard to tell in the sun. It really freaking pops. But before I did the clear glitter, and I know you're thinking, wait, but that's glitter. Look at how cool that is. What I did is I sprayed the whole thing down with some Plasti Dip Pearlizer. And it's got like this pearl coat in there. So it'll give you like color changes. And it's pretty sweet. So then all that's left to do is the clear. Right on. All right, so I just finished it off with some crazy sparkle clear. Did the entire neck. This thing has got this beautiful, rustic, badass. Look at this thing, man. This is going to be crazy cool on this little base. Well, it's the base now, but look at that. Look at how the clear around gave a separation line. It's really, really cool. The white speckles just coming through. Super awesome. Super, super awesome. So now I got to let it dry and put it all together. So I ran into a little problem while putting on the bridge. It split. So I have to throw this bridge away. Now, it did leave a mark where the bridge was, but when I order a new bridge, it's going to cover that entire area. So I don't have to worry about that. But I'm going to order a bridge base. Look at that. And the only reason it split was because I had to drill the holes bigger for the bigger strings. And I might have to replace this tuner with a bass tuner. And I might have some because I got a bunch of guitar parts. But only one string wouldn't go through one hole. So, but I mean, I don't even know if it's going to pick up how cool this looks, man. This thing, it's got like sawdust on it. But you can see how really cool that is. It looks almost dusty, but when you see it in the light, it's actually sparkly. And it goes all the way down. And then just the body of the guitar looks so cool. So I'm going to have to order myself a new bridge and search for a new tuner, or maybe I have a set of tuners. I might just be able to replace this piece. Or if I can get a drill bit that'll go through it, I can try and re-drill it. The problem is I tried to re-drill it and that drill bit was not going through there. So I might just have to go from scratch. But this one's going to be on hold for now. I have to say, though, it was coming out really cool and I was excited for it. I had lined up some strings, and as I put the tension on, I just got a crack in the bridge. And I was only one string away too. So if it didn't crack, I would have still had one string issue, but I would have had 3 in there. All right, so that's it for this one. I'll get back to it. I am Donnie all day. Till next video.